if you were sitting at the table of the Rambam, of Maimonides, in the 12th century, on the night of the Seder, he would begin the Seder with a fascinating phrase. We don't have this phrase in our Haggadah, but it could teach us something about the nature of our experience of Yetzias Mitzrayim, of the Exodus. The Rambam begins with the following phrase. He says, and we have this Haggadah as part of his Mishnah Torah, the Yad HaChazaka, his magnum opus, Bebehilu Yatzanu miMitzrayim. In a hurry, we left Egypt. Then the Rambam continues, Halachma Anya. This is the poor man's bread, which is where we start our Haggadah. But the Rambam added this phrase, Bebehilu Yatzanu miMitzrayim. We left, it was in a hurry. You wonder why. Why is that so important? Why is that the first line that captures the essence of the Haggadah according to the Rambam? We went out fast. The truth is, it's not just the Rambam. If you look in the Chumash, Ki b'chipazon yatzasa me'eretz Mitzrayim. God reminds us, don't forget, we left Mitzrayim in a haste. Even the matzah itself. The matzah that we eat, the centerpiece of our Seder table, of our meal, that is bread which was baked quickly. Ugos matzos ki gorshu mi Mitzrayim. They were driven out. There was no time. There was no time to bake the matzah when we left. When the Jews ate the Korban Pesach, how did they eat it? Mosnechem chagurim. Their belt was on. They had their shoes on. They were ready to roll. They got to eat fast. Why are they eating fast? Why is it all about speed? What's the need for speed at the Seder? Perhaps this sheds some light on the nature of the experience of the Seder, of Yetzias Mitzrayim, of the Exodus. Because if you think about an Eved, a servant, a slave, there's one critical dimension of his life which is lacking, and that is time. Whereas an Eved, a servant, he eats, he sleeps, he accomplishes, but time is not his. Because he's constantly at the beck and call of his master. To him, time is unnecessary and irrelevant because he is not in control of his time. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God, when he took us out of Mitzrayim, he was ready to give us one mitzvah before we got started on our journey. HaChodesh hazeh lachem rosh chodashim. Time is ours. Time is ours, and we control it. We guide it because we are now free people. We have a mission, and therefore we control our time, which truly means we control our destiny. So on one level, we're interested in time because it symbolizes freedom. But there's one other level in terms of speed. The nature of chipazon, of going out quickly, doesn't just make us sensitive to time. It says we're moving quickly perhaps because we are me'al hazman. We're moving faster than time itself allows. Now obviously this is not some time machine where we're able to move quicker than time. That's not possible. So what do? We simulate that by going b'chipazon, very quickly. Bebehilu yatzanu miMitzrayim. We left Mitzrayim quickly because it was unnatural. It was me'al hateva. God scooped us out even though we shouldn't have naturally been able to experience this redemption, this freedom. So one part of our Seder is saying we are free people and therefore our time is ours. Be conscious of time. Create a sanctity in time and therefore create meaning in our life. But on another level we say we moved out not just being conscious of time, but being above time, me'al hateva. We're not just any ordinary nation. We are given this gift of a supernatural redemption. Our time is above time. Mekadesh Yisrael v'hazmanim. We have to identify that time and sanctify it. Sanctify it with something transcendent. And that's what we do every Yom Tov, especially on the holiday of Pesach. Says the Rambam, you want to understand what the formation of the Jewish people was? This unnatural, above natural experience of the creation of our nation? Bebehilu yatzanu miMitzrayim. We were faster than time.